Welcome to episode 728 of ApartmentHacker. This is Mike Brewer at ApartmentHacker. It's my mission to tease out human potential in the multifamily space. How many times have you heard someone say something to you and you think, that doesn't make sense? And then you just move on. You don't ask extra questions. You don't try to drill down. You don't try to understand what that person is saying to you for fear of calling that person out in front of others or making that person feel inferior because you're calling into question the thing that they have put out into the world. I would tell you that somehow, some way in the year 2019 and 2020, you've got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable in moments where things don't make sense to you. And maybe at the end of the day, what is being presented to you is true in fact, but in the moment, if that information doesn't resonate well with you, it doesn't make sense to you, take the time to ask the questions. Because many times you uncover a level of discord or a level of frustration or a pain point for someone because you took the time to ask the extra questions, as opposed to glazing over it and then later on sitting on a plane ride home or sitting in a car ride home or sitting at home, you are pondering in your head what didn't feel right about that conversation. And if you do decide to go back and talk about it at a later date, it doesn't have the same sort of impact that it did if you would have just asked those questions in the moment. Now, it doesn't mean that you go about making people feel bad because they may be misstating something, or even making yourself feel embarrassed because you didn't fully understand something and you ask what could be classified as a dumb question, even though there aren't any dumb questions. But just be courageous in 19 and 20 and the out years about asking questions, even if it does expose you as not knowing something that even seems elementary in nature, or it exposes a misstatement in someone else's delivery, because you will be better for it and the person that you're calling out will be better for it. But just do it with under the premise of maintaining dignity, maintaining everyone's dignity in that moment in time. And if it's something that is so bad, if it's really bad, definitely wait and take that person behind closed doors and have a one-on-one conversation. But most things that we deal with in the multifamily space are not so egregious that you can't have those conversations in a moment of truth. I've found it powerful to say, can I ask your permission for something? And the person responds, yes. I want to give you your answers. I want to give you some professional feedback, some professional criticisms of what you just said. And I'd like to have a conversation about that. So by asking permission, having them say yes, and then presenting it in that manner, you sort of soften the arena that you're about to play in. So do more of that. It's beneficial for you, and it's beneficial for the person you're doing it with. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.